A very good evening, students. So welcome back. Today we will do quick revision of acid, bases and salt. So look here, these are some important questions. Question number 1. What happens when crystal of washing soda are left open in dry air? What is this change named as? Name 2 industries based on the use of washing soda. Here, when crystal of washing soda are left open in dry air, they lose 9 molecules of water of crystallization. How many? 9. 9 molecules of water of crystallization is lost in the air and become white powder. And this washing soda convert into a white powder. So this is the chemical equation. This is the equation. You have to write this equation. Whenever this question is asked in a question paper, so you have to write this equation. This equation is very, very important. This is the formula of washing soda. So sodium carbonate dot 10H2O. 10H2O means it has 10 molecules of water of crystallization which is attached with sodium carbonate. When it get exposed to the air, what will happen? It will convert into sodium carbonate having 1 molecule of water of crystallization, and these 9 molecules of water gets evaporated in the air, and this change is called efflorescence. This property is known as efflorescence. So here also I have explained what is efflorescence. Efflorescence is nothing but it is the loss of water of crystallization from a hydrated or solvated salt to the atmosphere on the exposure to air. Right now this is a hydrated salt. What will happen when we make it exposed to the air? What will happen? The 9 molecules of water gets evaporated to the air, and only 1 molecule remain attached with the sodium carbonate. Okay, so these are the 2 industrial based use of washing soda. The first one is it is used in the making of glass. You can use washing soda while you are manufacturing the glass in a glass industry. And the second one is that it is also used in a paper and the textile industries. This question is very straightforward. You don't have to give the explanation how it is used and why it is used. You have to only mention it is used in paper and textile industries. Also, it is used in the manufacturing of glass. So now question number 2, describe 2 general methods of the preparation of salt. So here what we have to explain any 2 methods through which we can prepare any salt. The first method is by the reaction of metal with acid. This we have already studied in class 8. If we react any metal with any acid, what will happen? We will get salt plus hydrogen gas. So by taking this example, magnesium when react with hydrochloric acid, what will happen? We will get magnesium chloride, and these 2 atoms of hydrogen gets converted into 1 molecule of hydrogen gas. How we will remember the molecular formula of magnesium chloride? Look here, the atomic number of magnesium is 12. Configuration is 2,8,2. So how many electrons in the valence shell? It has 2 electrons in its valence shell. So what will happen? Magnesium will lose 2 electrons in order to attain the noble gas configuration. So the valency of magnesium is 2, but the charge is plus because it is giving 2 electrons in order to complete its octet. Whereas chlorine, in the case of chlorine, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. The configuration is 2,8,7. How many electrons it requires to complete the noble gas configuration? It requires 1 electron. So the valency of chlorine is 1, but the charge is minus because it is gaining 1 electron so that its octet gets completed. So after crisscrossing these valencies, we will get magnesium chloride, this formula. So this is a salt, and in this question they have asked us that we have to give the two method of preparation of salt, and the second one is by the reaction of acid with metal carbonates. Metal carbonates, look here, this is metal, sodium is the most reactive metal, and this is your carbonate. When this metal carbonate reacts with any acid, what will happen? It will form salt plus carbon dioxide and water get released. How you remember this reaction? Look here, this carbonate gets break into this method can be used in order to recognize, in order to learn this reaction. Carbonate get decomposed, break into CO and O. You can remember like this, CO2 and O. Okay, now this CO2 is getting released in here. You will see here that this carbon dioxide gets released here. Now what will happen with this oxygen? This oxygen gets combined with these two hydrogen in order to form water molecule, and the remaining one is Na2SO4. You can remember this. It is left here as a form of salt. How you can remember? First you will break this carbonate into CO2 and O. CO2 get released in the form of carbon dioxide. This remaining O will get attached with two hydrogen in order to form water molecule, and the remaining one, what gets remain? This and this one. This is your salt. Now the question number 3 is name 3 compounds of calcium which are used in day-to-day life and write one important use of each of them. So in this question we have to write the name of 3 compounds which contains calcium, and after writing the name of the compound we have to also write where they get used. So for the first one is the slaked lime, जिसे हम कहते हैं चूने का पानी. That is calcium hydroxide. The molecular formula of calcium hydroxide CaOH whole twice. Calcium hydroxide. Calcium having a valency 2, having charge +2, and hydroxide is -1. You can crisscross this, you will get calcium hydroxide. How you can prepare calcium hydroxide? When you react calcium oxide, means quicklime, with water, you will get calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide get used while you whitewash your walls. Okay, slaked lime, calcium hydroxide used for the manufacture. It is also used in the manufacturing of bleaching powder. Now again, second compound is bleaching powder. That is calcium oxychloride. The formula is CaOCl2. This is the formula of bleaching powder, and it is also used in bleaching agent in a textile, in a laundry, or in a paper industry. Now the third one is a plaster of Paris. It is also called POP. That is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. This is the molecular formula. Calcium sulfate, hemi means half, water molecule, hydrate is water molecule, used to plaster the fractured bones. So question 4, lime water turns milky when CO2 is passed through it, but it again becomes transparent when we continue to pass CO2 through it. Explain. So what will happen when we pass carbon dioxide in lime water? Lime water is what is lime water? First we have to explain that what is lime water. Okay, so lime water called चूने का पानी. Lime water is the solution of slaked lime. So it is slaked lime, and the molecular formula of slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. So it turns milky when CO2 is passed through it. कैसे हो जाता है? Milky. जब when we pass CO2 through it, due to the formation of, what will happen? Due to the formation of calcium carbonate. So this milkiness is due to the formation of calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate is responsible for changing the solution of slaked lime into milky. Okay, which is insoluble in water. That means it is PPT, it is precipitate. So firstly we have to write this reaction for this point. When we pass CO2 when we pass a limited amount of CO2 in the solution of slaked lime, what will happen? A precipitate, an insoluble solid called calcium carbonate is formed. After that, if we keep on continuing passing the CO2, yeah, if we can say that if we pass CO2 in excess amount, what will happen? This calcium carbonate get dissolved. If passing of CO2 is continued, milkiness disappears. See, milkiness disappear means this compound, this PPT get dissolved due to the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate. This calcium carbonate gets converted into calcium hydrogen carbonate. This calcium carbonate is solid PPT, it is solid PPT, and the milkiness is due to the formation of calcium carbonate. But when we keep on passing CO2, what will happen? This calcium carbonate get dissolved and the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate took place, which is insoluble in water. Formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate, which is insoluble, which is soluble in water. This is soluble in water. This is water soluble. So we can say the reaction which took place is that calcium carbonate, this whole product will become reactant, and the excess amount of CO2 get passed through this reactant. What will happen? We will get calcium hydrogen carbonate. So this is the molecular formula of calcium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, how you remember this molecular formula? The valency of calcium is +2. Plus is the charge, 2 is the valency, and the valency of carbonate, bicarbonate, is -1. How you get remember? You know the valency of carbonate is -2. If we add one hydrogen over here, we will reduce one charge over here, and we will get -1 here. So these are the charges. If we crisscross it, we will get calcium hydrogen carbonate. Question number 5. How do you explain the pH change as the cause of tooth decay? Why does tooth decay start when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5? So, in this question, we have to give the main reason why the tooth get decayed after we get changed the pH of the mouth. So, this pH change took. So this pH change is very important. This pH change, so the change in the pH plays a very important role in the decay of tooth. So the first point is tooth decay starts when the tooth enamel gets corroded. So the main reason of tooth decay is the corrosion of tooth enamel. So what is tooth enamel? The tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate. The molecular formula of calcium phosphate is calcium +2, phosphate PO4 -3. Crisscross it, we will get Ca3PO4 2. So which is the hardest substance in the body? So this calcium phosphate is the hardest substance in our body. So the third point is it is not soluble in water. This calcium phosphate, this enamel is not soluble in water, but it gets corroded by the action of acid when the pH of the mouth gets changed. So if the pH of the mouth get below 5.5, if pH is get reduced, or we can say if the pH of the mouth get reduced or it become less than 5.5, in that case only the corrosion of the enamel take place. So the fourth point is bacteria present in the mouth produce acid by the degradation of sugar. So how this acid produced in our mouth? So this is produced by the degradation of sugar. So this acid, the main cause of the acid is the degradation of sugar. And how this degradation of sugar take place? By the action of bacteria. Okay. And also the food particle which get remain in the mouth after eating. And this is the only cause of the decay of, this is the only cause. So we can say that pH change is the only cause of the tooth decay. So we can say that we have to brush our teeth daily. We have to brush our teeth twice a day, and also we should avoid eating so much of sugary food articles, food items, so that a minimum amount of acid get produced in our